You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family. This is Glenn the Geek. Welcome to the Wisdom by WESA podcast and the Horse Radio Network. This podcast is brought to you by the Western and English Sales Association, and it provides the world's largest trade events for retailers, manufacturers, and sales representatives of the equine industry. In this podcast, we feature exclusive interviews with noteworthy Western and English personalities, retailers, and exhibitors who you've always wanted to talk to. Don't miss out on all the news for manufacturers and retailers in the equine industry. On today's show, I will highlight a few of the newer, smaller companies that were at WESA this year. I tried to get a variety for you. These are companies that you may have missed in your travels around the hundreds of booths that were there. Or if you're a consumer, some cool new products that you should go and check out. We do this as a special episode once a year after the January market. And of course, your regular hosts will be back with brand new episodes in February. And of course, Yellowstone stuff is selling like crazy. And one company that had some was Big Country Farm Toys. It's always fun for me at every trade show to find a toy company that I haven't seen before. And I'm very excited about this one because they just came out with a line of toys that's going to appeal to a lot of you TV watchers out there. I have Erica here from Big Country Toys. Hi, Erica.
Hi.
So tell us about Big Country. What do you guys do?
So we are a toy company for like little kids' toys. We have tractors, trucks, all kinds of ranch sets.
You have trucks of every imagined. Do you have Ford, Dodge, and Chevy?
Yes, Ford, okay. Dodge, and Chevy, and we're working on a GMC license
okay,
too.
Good. We drive GMC, so.
Perfect. Yes, we're working on that, and some plush items too there.
You even have the round hay haulers. I mean, I've never seen one of those in a toy before. Yes. The round hay haulers. I've never seen that.
We do. Yeah, we're trying to get into some construction items, too, with our skid steer that we just brought
I noticed a skid steer there. Yeah. You can move those hay bales around.
Yes, you can.
That's right. So your new line, tell us about that, because this is going to fly off the shelves.
Yes, so we just got out some Yellowstone product. We've got Rips Polaris Ranger, and then John Dutton's truck, Casey Dutton's truck, and then also the horse trailer too. So
you can have the Dutton's truck and horse trailer right there at your house.
Yes. All of them, or on your desk, or wherever you want to put it. Yes. And
have they been selling?
Oh, yeah, selling faster than we can keep them.
I bet, yeah. Everything Yellowstone is very popular at this show.
I know, we're so excited.
And you know what's funny is I thought that would kind of go away this year, but it's more than ever.
I know.
It's not going away.
Yeah, picked up more than we've ever seen before, so we're super excited.
So what's your biggest seller?
Probably we have all of our trucks, like we mentioned earlier, sell really well, and then we also
and then people are only going to buy the Ford if they drive Fords, right? They're not buying the other trucks.
Right.
No, that's
nobody that drives a Ford wants a different brand.
No.
So
not even for their kids.
No, not even them.
Especially for their kids.
Their kids want what their dad has.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Or their mom, either way. But our tractor sells really well too.
Where are you out of?
Springdale, Arkansas.
Okay.
So around U of A, for the people that don't know, Northwest Arkansas.
It's a pretty area. We were through there last year. It's really a pretty area up there.
Yeah, it is. There's lots of natural places.
Is it a big horsey area?
Yeah, we've got lots of horses, lots of rodeos, lots of all kinds of stuff like that, ranching and stuff.
Where can people buy your toys?
Lots of places. All of the little mom and pop stores. We've got Orscheln, Cavender's, Boot Barn, Atwood's, those kind of places as well. And then we also sell on Amazon. So for the ease, you could go to Amazon and order it online there. So,
and what's your website?
It's www.bigcountrytoys.com.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I had a good time at the American Darling booth. Let's take a listen. So one of the things we haven't found or talked about yet at this particular trade show is handbags, and I'm glad my wife's not here because I just walked into handbag heaven, and that is American Darling, and you have about 1,000 handbags in here, Ed.
Yes, I do. And this is a wonderful line. American Darling covers the gambit on Western bags and concealed handgun bags. In addition to that, I have Spaghetti Western, which is a more upscale German leather that is made in Florence, Italy. That's why it gets its name, Spaghetti Western. And then our latest edition, our latest collection is the Olay line, which is better quality and better pricing than the other guy, and we're not everywhere. So please stop by our showroom, which is on the 8th row, 894.
So one of the things, too, that I've noticed over the years is on the English side, that a lot more English riders are buying Western stuff than ever before, and I've noticed it in handbags.
Yes, that's true.
And bling. Bling is in.
Bling is in.
I don't know if
Turquoise
bling
is
was
in.
ever out, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Hair-on bags are in.
yeah, fringe is in. Yeah. The other thing I noticed when I was looking at those is we're seeing multiple pockets. It's not just one big hole anymore. Not one big black hole for my wife's stuff to get lost in.
That is correct. It's a lot of these bags carry multiple pockets inside. They're all lined, and then multiple pockets on the outside in addition to that.
Now,
Women love pockets in their bags.
Now, the conceal bags, a couple years ago when I was here, I remember seeing the first conceal handbag, and now there's lots of them out there.
Those were very expensive and not
Yeah.
very
Oh, they
not
were
very pretty. Let's
hundreds
put it
and
that
hundreds
way.
of dollars. Yeah.
Yes, now they're much more reasonable, and they'll have zippers they'll have a zipper for a right hand or left hand.
On the same bag.
Yep, and you can put a 38 in there, 45. They go on up to bigger bags.
And looking at these bags, you would never know.
Yeah.
I mean, they truly are concealed because you would never know looking at these bags. Well, it's beautiful stuff. Where can people find it? What's the website?
It is AmericanDarling.com.
AmericanDarling.com. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
I'm always amazed at the new horse treats I find at every show, and this time it was Dimple's Horse Treats. I am with Dave here at his booth, and he's the first time that I've seen you at WESA. Is that correct?
It is our first time.
Yeah, and we always try and highlight a cookie company. That
We
is
appreciate
here.
that.
So I have a Hackney pony, and
Okay.
if you know anything about Hackney ponies,
I
they
do.
have sweet tooths, and they love cookies of all kinds. So tell us about your company. What's it called?
Dimple's Horse Treats.
And what makes it different than other horse treats?
Well, one thing that makes it very unique is first, it's a 8 whole grains is a very healthy a very healthy treat, loaded with ground flax, beet pulp, wheat bran, just whole grains, and just a small amount of warm molasses. But it's also very soft and pliable, so you can administer any type of medication in our treat. So hence it has a pill dimple for medication.
So you just squish it around.
Yep.
That's right. It looked like
Drop a pill in and
Yeah.
squeeze it. Put powder in it and squeeze it. When the horse can't smell it, they'll eat it right down.
And what's been the reaction?
Well, it's pretty positive. We started making these on my kitchen table 6 years ago.
That's how they all start.
I started making them for my horses. I had actually retired from different businesses twice. Last time I was a thoroughbred trainer. And
okay, when you were a thoroughbred trainer, did you ever think you were going to be making these for a living?
Never. Never. When I made them, I just made them to get my wife to quit buying other treats.
Oh, is that right? Is that why?
We have an ongoing joke in our house, and when we're out shopping, and I said, "Don't buy that, honey. I'll make it for you." Never do.
How did she feel about you taking over the kitchen than the oven?
That was short-lived. But I do most of the cooking at
you were in the
home, so it
garage.
really didn't hurt anything. So we actually moved out into one of our barns. We took our one of our breeding barns, stripped it out, made it into an industrial kitchen. So for 5 years, we actually made these on my farm.
Oh, wow.
And but it got up to where we were making 20,000, 30,000 of them a day.
Your barn?
In my barn. Very labor intensive. We had a good-sized crew. And so last year we moved into a new facility just a few miles down the road. And
good
so
for you.
we produced them
Congratulations.
there. Yeah. So something that started on our kitchen table has expanded to the point we're in about 1,200 stores nationwide. And hopefully picking up quite a few new stores here.
Is there a version 2.0 or something?
There's not.
No?
This
Okay.
is so simple and so basic, and I think I would really mess it up if I tried to add on.
So it's working. Why change
Yeah, I
it,
tripped
right?
into this one that worked well.
Why change it if it's
Yeah,
working?
but we have so much fun with it because the horses absolutely love them. Our product is really unique. We don't put preservatives in it. It's the way we cure it, but they do not mold. They have over a year's shelf
That was
life.
my next question, because some of the quote-unquote all-natural ones do mold very quickly.
They do, especially if you're in southern Florida
Yeah.
and high humidity. We're in every store in Florida, and we have never had a bucket returned.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and
That's
it sounds
good to
like
know.
a sales pitch, but I worked horse shows all over the country, and I always have an open bucket. We feed. We challenge to find the most finicky horse, and in 6 years, we've had one horse not eat them.
So do you miss training at all?
No. I miss the winter circle once in a while, but the ups and downs, no, I was on the road so much, and it wasn't my life's ambition. I'm actually an agronomist by trade. I own fertilizer companies and sold them and started training a few of my own racehorses, and it just kind of expanded them from there. But after about 17 years of being on the road, I just said enough was enough.
That gig will eat your soul, too, eventually.
It will, and purses were going down. The industry was getting more difficult, and I got married.
Oh, so that'll do it.
It changes everything. For the better, in case she's listening.
Reason, they want you to stay home every once in a while.
Exactly.
It's amazing how that works.
Exactly. Well, now she says, "Don't you have a trade show?"
Yeah, exactly.
But
Aren't you leaving soon?
we have a lot of fun. But and she's a horse person too, so we have a lot of fun with this and passing out samples everywhere we go.
So, what state are these made in?
Union, Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Very good.
just a little north of Lexington. So we're in the heart of horse country. We put these in 5 or 6 stores there, and they took off, and we just keep adding on as we go.
I'd pass your place all the time when we lived in Lexington, heading up to the airport in Cincinnati.
Florence Yaw Water Tower.
Right.
Everybody knows that one.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, very good. What's the website?
DimplesHorseTreats.com.
And that's Dimple like on your face?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's from the little Dimple Hole. I don't own a horse named Dimples.
Okay.
That's one of our regular questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
I had a fun chat with the Fly Free Horse Boots guys, and we talked about him being a rodeo announcer as well. Well, I'm here with Isaiah, who is one of the owners of Fly Free Products, and the first time I've seen him here at the trade show. So tell us, what is Fly Free Products?
So Fly Free Products, we come out with brand new fly boot about 2 years ago. Last year was our first full summer. And what's good about our product is it stays on your horse. It has a
you mean it doesn't fall down and become a sock?
Yeah, sock or laying in the field or, our boots have a double Velcro enclosure down at the bottom, and that's what's so good about it. It latches like a bell boot. So the horse can't pull it off over the fetlock. It doesn't slip over the foot. Most customers are getting
and they're stiffer, so they're not going to just wrinkle up like an accordion.
That's correct. Yeah, they have a high density stay in them. And there's 2 stays per boot, so that doesn't fall down. They do kind of mold to the horse's leg, but that's almost a good thing.
And you can get whatever color you want. It looks like a rainbow threw up on your stand here.
We have 9 colors: lime green, teal, purple, pink, black, orange, white, red, blue.
And do you have different sizes too? Pony, horse?
That's
whatever?
a great question. So we have miniature sizes.
I know. I saw the little tiny ones.
Yeah, miniatures, ponies. And then on our horse boots, they're one size fits all because they're adjustable, from a 14-hand horse up to a 16-hand horse.
Yeah?
Yeah, so the dealers like them because they just choose what color and then they buy them because they don't have to worry about the sizing anymore. The double Velcro enclosure on the bottom really helps to snug it down on a smaller horse or release it for a bigger horse. So as long as your 16-hand horse isn't more of a draft cross, they're going to fit no problem.
Okay.
Yep.
And you also have fly masks?
Fly masks. This is a brand new product for us. We're taking pre-orders here at the show.
What makes yours different than the 5,000 other fly masks out there?
That's a good question. That is and we get asked that all the time. On the bottom, we went ahead and did a 4-inch latch on the bottom of ours.
That is a really big piece of Velcro on the bottom.
Yes, very big. Also, it's got like a seatbelt material over top, so when those horses try to rub it off on the fence, it doesn't cut, doesn't snag. I mean, it's a seatbelt quality, so there's not getting any tears on that. And then we really wanted a see-through mask where you could check your horse's eyes, walk up to them, and if the eyes are gunky, you can look at that. Other fly masks, you can't see the eyes as much. So that was another thing. We really wanted some UV protection, some fly protection, but yet you could walk up to your horse in the pasture and see their eye.
And when will those be available?
They'll be available here in the spring. We're gonna shoot for May.
Horse?
Yep. Horse size. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So and we.
Will you have the rainbow colors or?
Well, we can. But we don't want to change the front of it. We are told by
the mesh part.
Yeah, we were told by veterinarians you want to keep that black so it doesn't hurt the horse's eye. But up by the ears and underneath, we can match the colors. We can do whatever you want to do. Yes,
matchy's important.
Yep. That's right.
Well, where can people find the products?
Flyfreeproducts.com. That's our website. There's emails and phone numbers on there. If you want to be a dealer, you can call us. If you're just wanting, to have some fancy boots put on your horse that last a while and stay on your horse, flyfreeproducts.com.
All right, now we got to talk about something else before we go. I heard you're a rodeo announcer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Always wanted to try that.
Oh,
it looks like so damn much fun.
It is. It's like an adrenaline. I mean, when the crowd's hooked on you and you're having fun, and the stock contractor and the clown, it's just amazing. I absolutely love doing it.
So in the podcast world, we say that people come for the content, but they stay for the host. The announcer at a rodeo is I would say second to the ones getting bucked off and breaking things, is the second most important thing at a rodeo.
Yes, sir. And
do you agree with that?
Yes,
yeah.
You will be fired in a heartbeat if people are falling asleep.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't have a boring rodeo announcer.
No, and you got to keep things moving. You got to watch over here, make sure that guy's ready. Then you got to look over on the other side and make sure someone else is ready. You always got to be looking, but it is one of the funnest things I get to do all summer long. So
do you... I mean, and you also the good announcers try and make it local. So do you do research before you're going into an area?
That's a great question. They say, get a newspaper and read it. Well, there's no newspapers anymore. So you do want to do your homework on it. I always say homework. So I sit down and spend 3-4 hours before that rodeo on the contestants, the hometown, and the committees. The committees work their tails off to put these rodeos on. So meet the committee guy named Don, and shake his hand. And then you can bring Don's name into that performance. And I mean, they just love it, because then they get their recognition.
How hard is it to do you remember all the names? I know you have cheat sheets, but you got to know a certain amount.
Yeah, so each weekend, sometimes those cowboys and cowgirls are the same each weekend. So you remember that. Also on your cheat sheets,
well, you would remember that. I'm not sure I would.
After you do it for a couple times. But on the cheat sheet, I've always got he was the 2012 world champ. And I'll just put just a number 12 there. I know what that means. You get your own style, and you can look down real quick and go on with it. And then sometimes you just don't know that person. It's a local barrel race. You don't know her. You just, she's a young rock star. Here we go. She's performing for you guys, So there's always a little tidbits you can make up in there. And
okay, now be honest though about when you do the jokes.
Yep.
Are they rehearsed? Do you really practice the jokes to get the delivery right like comedians do? Or?
I don't. I don't. To me, if I practice anything, I screw it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Me too.
I
just never remember the punchline of the way it was supposed to come out.
Yeah. And I try to give some of that humor, but most of the time that rodeo entertainer, the clown, they're the ones going back and forth. And the easiest thing for me is pick on them.
Well, how important is your relationship with the clown?
Oh, it's amazing. It's working with the guy the first time. It's either going to go really good or really bad. And then I've got buddies that I work with every weekend, and I know where they're going to go. I know how I can pick on them and not really hurt their feelings, but push that line, And
the good ones will give it back to you too.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. And you got to be ready to take it and, just move on. So it is a lot of fun. And then you get the ones that have more of a crowd style. So they go up in the crowd and you pick on the crowd and keep people entertained that way. And there's a lot of different avenues, but there is some rodeos, I hate to say it, but it's like watching paint dry, and you're like, you just feel terrible after that. After a good performance, I mean, you can't hardly sleep. You're so excited. But there is some performances where you're like, man, we tried everything, and it just didn't work.
Some shows go like that.
Yes, yep.
I know.
Yep.
I've done this long enough.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
Well, you are the first guest I've ever had where I didn't have to tell them to put the mic closer to their mouth. He had it there the whole time. He knows the routine.
That's right. I like the sock you got on it and everything. There's no wind in here, but I like it.
Thank you, Isaiah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last but not least, I caught up with the people at Western Grande who brought a unique product to the market. Well, I am here with Casey, and we love highlighting new companies here at the trade show. Tell us what the name of your company is.
It is Western Grande and Range Rugs.
And Western Grande it caught my eye because you have one of the biggest products at the show.
True.
It takes up an entire wall. So tell us about your product line, and then we're gonna talk about one in particular.
Yes. So Western Grande features blankets and gifts mostly for babies, blankets, books, that kind of stuff. But the newest launch that we have here is the Ranch Rug Collection, which is an outdoor mat that is launching in May.
So this is an outdoor mat. Think camping. Think your living quarters trailer at a horse show, where you go to Walmart and you buy the green or blue. That's the only two colors they have because we own them. And they're the 8x10 mats that go outside your door so you can wipe your feet and keep all the mud out.
Right.
But you got some cool ones now.
So I decided to take that and put my own spin on it. So we have a 9x12 extra large ranch rug. I designed it with ranch families in mind. So me and my family, we like to go out on the ranch while the ground is not soft. So this is big enough where we can all lay out on it, take a nap. It's got the Western flair and designs that I didn't see anywhere. So I found this little niche market that I was like, you know what? We need some Western in this. So that's what I did. And that's how Ranch Rugs was created.
And what colors do you have?
I have a black and cream, and it's a reversible. So it's going to be cream on one side, black on the other. And then I have a tan and cream.
So what's interesting about these, and I like that you did them in the bigger sizes, because what happens with the ones you buy at the store for camping is they never are big enough to fit under your awning. So you open your awning and part of it's got a rug and part of it doesn't.
Right, exactly. It's like a 6x9. And so what I did is I made it bigger, and then I reinforced every edge so there's no fraying, there's no tearing, and then it comes with 6 stakes so it can stake it down.
It comes with the stakes?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you go out and buy your own
I love
stakes.
that.
Come on.
Well, not only that, you put holes in the edge of the rug
Mhm.
because they're not made to have stakes,
Exactly.
the cheap ones you buy.
Mhm.
I love this. You thought about that.
I did. I
And
was like,
as an
thinking of all
experienced
angles.
camper, those are all little things that piss you off. When the thing blows away or,
There you go.
it's just, there are things that, little things make
Mm-hmm.
a big deal when you're camping.
And it comes in its own carrying bag, and it folds really, really easily. So
Does it
Take
wash
it-
easily? Just hose it off?
yeah, just hose it off. Not going to stain. I mean, if you keep it out in the sun 24/7, it might fade. But other than that, I mean, it's built for outside.
So what's it retail at?
$150.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good.
So for a 9x12, I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's
pretty good deal.
and it's attractive. It's not the green
Exactly.
picnicky
Yes.
one.
I
Yeah,
wanted to do something pretty and stylish that people can enjoy laying on.
I like it. I think these are going to be very popular. Where can people buy them?
WesternGrande.com.
WesternGrande.com. And hopefully, now that you're here, tack shops all across the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this little mishmash from the market, and the atmosphere this time was really quite good. I think there's some new retailers entered during COVID, and I saw a lot more retailers than I have in past couple of markets. And from what I talked to some of the manufacturers there, they were having a good show as well. So hopefully things are coming back a little bit, and we're seeing new retailers popping up across the country, and I wish them all the best of luck. The Wednesday by WESA show is published the 15th and 30th of every month. And as I said, brand new episodes will be coming back to you in February. You can listen on most of your favorite podcast players. Please tell your friends in the industry about us. We would love to have more and more people hear the show. And, whether you're a retailer or just a consumer, it's a fun show to take a listen to find out what's happening in the world of tack and horse products of all kinds. And, of course, you can visit all the other great shows on the Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com. I host Horses in the Morning, the longest-running daily podcast in the world. You can find it on your podcast player at Horses in the Morning. Until next time, happy selling.